Hello and welcome back to another episode of a Physiology of Endurance Running podcast. I'm Dan Nash, joined by Owain Zarelli as ever. Owain, how are you doing?
Good. Yeah, not bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Tired as
Yeah.
always. That's just life, I think. Yeah.
Life of an endurance athlete.
Life of an endurance athlete, of a non-pro endurance athlete where you're training at ungodly hours and the kid doesn't sleep. But yeah, no complaints. Okay, so road to Barry. 4 weeks to go.
Yeah. Should we thank Saw?
I think we probably should. Yeah. I think we probably should.
Thank you, Saw.
So thank you, Saw. There we go. Done. Is that right?
Full Saw gear this morning. Yeah. No, it's really good stuff. Yeah.
Tights. How many gels in your pockets?
4.
4. Nice.
4, yeah. Carried all right. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm not just saying this because they sponsor the podcast, but it is the comfiest stuff I own. So then when I'm out for 2 hours, I'm like, I want to be comfy.
Yeah.
And I think it looks not bad. Yeah. So no, Saw stuff's really good. Check Saw out.
It's a nice kit I own, and I've been given a few freebies over years, and like, you know, I milk the GB kit. Like I do like wearing the GB kit.
You love a GB kit.
I do. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's nice, but actually, it's not the best quality. It's gone downhill as well. So I've had two cycles of kit. I think I'm on the current. I've got the most recent kit, and the Saw stuff is way nicer.
Yeah. Get Saw
especially now UK Athletics is like broken. Like they're not gonna fork out for the nice stuff. So yeah.
Check Saw out. Really comfy stuff. Good for your long runs. Good for your sessions. Good for your races.
Yeah, just good. Yeah. Reliable. Yeah,
that's what we want.
Nice. So 4 weeks to go. How are you feeling?
Not bad. I wouldn't mind I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind another week or two, but then that's also not going to change much. So I think it's just where like feeling a bit tired, nothing's coming super easy, which you don't necessarily want, but yeah. I
think just knowing that line, isn't it? Like if you're overtired and like also bearing in mind how far out you are, like if you're like feeling like excessively tired and you've still got 6 weeks to go, then you go, well, maybe I need to back off a bit.
Yeah.
And then build back up. If you've got, you've got 4 weeks to go now, you push through for another. Can you push through for 2 weeks and then you back off, or do you think actually I'm really going to get myself in a hole? Do I need to back off now, take a day or two, and then get back into it?
I don't even think I'm in a hole, to be honest. I'm just like tired, I guess. I don't know. So probably one where tomorrow will be fine.
Tired or bored of training? That's another one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a bit of both. I think now where it's like thinking ahead to, like Wednesday and what session am I going to do? And I'm like, it's an hour and a half's worth of session sort of thing.
I'll give you a session to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coaching tips.
Yeah. 20 miles at race pace. There you
go. But yeah, no, and I got some info about the like entries so far. So there was the grand total of 7 of us in the 40 miles so far, and there was one person in they also run a marathon at the same time. There was one person who is Peter Gillibrand, who was strong-armed into it on Friday, apparently 10 Guinnesses deep, who's now telling everyone he's going to win. So if anyone wants to enter the marathon to stop Pete winning, because he'll be unbearable, anyone that knows Pete.
Yeah. So I did see. I saw both that he was going to do it to try and get 30 marathons before 30 or whatever. I can't believe he's not 30 yet. To be honest, that's my takeaway from that. And also I saw that oh God, what's his name? The director, Nick. I saw him putting out a bit of a plea post saying enter this race.
Yeah. I mean, genuinely though, if you do want, if you want a marathon or a 40-mile race, if you've thought, I really want to run 40 miles, what race can I do? But no, if you want any of them and you want a really controlled environment, it is really good. Like you can have fluids and gels every 400 meters or more if you want to carry them. There's a toilet every 400 meters. You've got like, you're doing laps of a track, but you have loads of people you potentially know or will know very well pretty soon. It's a really good little race. Like it's really unique as well. So yeah, if anyone's interested, if anyone wants a spring marathon, especially with everything selling out,
For about 30 seconds, I did consider it as a long run, and then I thought, no, that's stupid. I thought, no, that's stupid. I'm not doing that.
Get them to set up a 50k split, and you can come get your record back.
Yeah, I have thought about that before. But I would like to go. I would like to take that back at some point.
Maybe 2026 if they want to set up a 50k split.
Yeah, maybe, or just a 50k road race.
Yeah,
50, 30 laps around Butte Park. I'm there. Do it. Right.
That's not fun. That's worse than Barry, I think. Butte
No,
Park.
it's not.
Imagine how many dogs you'd get taken out by.
I've done 20 miles. I've done 20 miles around there before.
I think that's worse.
Yeah, no. So 30, only never 11, isn't it? But yeah. Should we dig into your week then?
Yeah. So yeah, 27th of Jan, 4 weeks to go. Same as always on Monday. Hour easy. Felt pretty good because I was coming off of
20 miles the day before.
Yeah, 20 miles the day before. So
not far for race pace, really, is it?
Yeah, no, felt not bad. Yeah, that's, I don't know what it is to say for Monday. Hour easy. Tuesday, 10 miles. So then Monday felt all right, and then Tuesday felt horrible. Just immediately empty when I started.
I was like
dragged.
that. I did a massive session on Friday, just gone, and then gymmed, and then ran again in the evening. I think, I'm going to feel awful on Saturday. Ran Saturday, it's like, you know what, I feel fantastic. And then Sunday, awful.
Yeah.
I think 2 days after is sometimes the worst.
I find that with
hard or long
DOMs, but this was just I just felt like hungry as soon as I started. Which isn't ideal. And just I don't know, not very much energy.
Do you fuel before your morning runs?
I don't. Considering we just talked to a nutritionist.
Do you know what?
No, terrible.
I ran 36k to get today. Didn't take any gels on, so I obviously didn't stick, did it? But
yeah. But no, this felt pretty rubbish. I think also because I was in my head, I was rushing a bit, and like if I'm running and I'm just feeling like I need to finish it because there's something else straight after. I just feel a bit rubbish. I was rushing to get to the lab with Dan. So yeah, no, it was fine, but I just sort of like I finished and I just like ate a bit more breakfast than I normally would. Just to make sure that wasn't sort of an issue. And then Tuesday we were in the lab, and the proper lab.
The wet lab.
The wet lab.
The biomedical science lab. Yeah. Trying to do DNA analysis, but got halfway there, didn't we? But, yeah.
I think, to be fair, if we'd kept going, we would have been there at like 6 p.m. So
no, we'd be fine. No. But it does make you feel like a real scientist, I think, when you put like a lab coat on and you're pipetting and putting stuff on plates, mixing chemicals up. Yeah, you feel like a proper scientist. I think at least I do anyway.
Yeah.
Although that could not be my job. I could not do that every day.
Yeah, it's definitely like a tedious job, I think.
Give me people exercising in a lab any day.
People sweating and getting blood everywhere.
Exactly.
So then Wednesday, so because I had a race coming up on the Saturday, I thought I would keep the reps a little shorter, but like ideally a little bit faster. Where I'm sort of balancing these like longer sessions and longer interval reps that are more, if they're targeting anything, it's more, durability, economy sort of stuff, or the slightly shorter reps. And I say short, like it's still 5-minute reps. That's maybe
short
more
speed session, 10 by 5 minutes. Yeah.
That's maybe more targeting, of, if anything, second threshold, or first, second threshold. And then also I needed to be up on Kincoid campus that morning, so I thought I'll go do it on the treadmill. And then I thought, well, that's as good as opportunity as any to try the bicarb again. So I had the bicarb before. Since we last recorded, I had been advised that you can do things like having caffeine around having the bicarb, which was good. So like that cleared up some of the sort of questions I had about it, which I think is important. Like, yeah, you definitely don't want to take this, first time at a race sort of thing. Like, you definitely want to try it. But yeah, so I had the bicarb. When would I have had it? Probably, don't know, 7:20 in the morning, and then I started my warm up just before 9. Yeah, so sort of trying to time the window, like we said last time. Check out the Morton app for the bicarb. Like, it really just illuminates sort of some of the mechanism behind the bicarb, and also the Morton, like the gel it's in. Yeah, I think that really helps, just seeing how to take it. Sort of shows you
It's nice, isn't it? It gives
yeah,
you
an
like,
idea of what's going on.
yeah, and I really like the graphic of the how long it should in theory stay in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
Like, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, because like this was peaking at sort of like 9:20, I think. But then there's still a decent, like a pretty decent amount of sort of bicarb effect at like gone midday, like maybe like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It stays, so the blood bicarbonate levels stay high for, I assume that's what that line is showing.
Isn't
I
it the
think it's sort of
confidence
dumbed down
interval? Yeah.
yeah.
Where it should be.
Yeah, so yeah, tried the bicarb, and then I did 10 by 5 minutes. The first 4 at 16.5 kilometers an hour, the second 4 at 17, and then the last 2 at 17.5. I'd say when I was warming up, I felt like, yeah, really, like heart rate was, oh no, actually, sorry, when I was warming up, my heart rate was like a bit higher than it normally would be, and I thought like, oh, is it just sort of, I'm thinking about this because I've had the bicarb. But then, and did the first 4, and felt, average, and like almost debated like even putting the speed up, and then went up to 17, and like then my heart rate like barely went up, and I just felt like way stronger. Again, like I said last time, like loads of caveats, like it's
there are loads of caveats, but often I see the same trend. If I'm warming up, my heart rate's actually a bit higher. It's normally lower at the higher intensities and doing better. Whereas if it's super low, sometimes that's when the session goes awful.
Yeah.
Because I always do a standardized warm up, like in the lab treadmill. Like I do 14 minutes. I do 8 minutes at 14k an hour, and then go straight into like a ramp protocol. So every minute increase the speed by 1k an hour up to 20. And now, especially what I see at the 14k an hour is really interesting. Because it can be quite variable. I'm plus or minus 120, but often when it's above 120 and you go, well, it's a bit high, maybe it's going to be a bad session. They have a better sessions, and if it's below 120, often they're the worst sessions. But I don't know if there's anything in that, like, the sympathetic nervous system, adrenal response. Like sometimes if you're not actually mounting an adrenaline response to starting exercise, then it's a sign you're a bit fatigued, overtrained, and your heart rate's just not getting up. And then when you try and really work hard, it just feels awful.
Yeah.
But maybe.
I think I maybe need to.
Or maybe it's bicarb, or maybe it's hydration, or maybe it's the heat, the temperature of the gym, or.
Yeah. Although that was the other thing, actually, I really wasn't warm. I don't know if it was just the gym was cold. Because normally the gym at King Coyd is like, it faces east, so the sun is just straight on the treadmills, sort of quite early. So it normally gets pretty hot in there, but like I was like I did most of the warm up in like a quarter zip. Yeah, so I don't know if it's just cold in there or what, but yeah, I should probably do that warm up, because I just do 20 minutes easy and then just go straight into it. So yeah, we've done an episode on priming, and I will prime before races, but I don't do anything before sessions really. So
I do feel better for it, especially on the lab, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm doing running around the track, I will do more like stride based stuff. I'll just do 100 meters on, 100 meters off 4 times, and then crack on. But I feel like on the lab it's so controlled, and it only takes 14 minutes, and I tend to jog it in for a minute if I need to get up to 4k, and then I feel like that's fine. Done.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not a bad session. Like heart rate never went above second threshold, which is nice. Like just nice gradual increase across all the reps. This was with like a minute standing recovery. I didn't feel like I needed to take as much carbohydrate during this as I normally would. But but sort of after the first half, I was then like really thirsty. So I think again, that's just the bicarb. It's just quite salty, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's probably just making me thirstier. But yeah, not a bad session.
Look good. Yeah, like you're well above race pace, aren't you? And looking controlled.
Yeah.
So when it made me laugh because at the start of our first episode, you were like, "Oh yes, I've basically just done 6 months of just steady running," and you're like, "Right," and then you started doing sessions, and you jumped into like 80 minutes of fast running.
Yeah.
Controlled, but like. And it's like you've gone from one extreme to the other, like doing no sessions to doing massive sessions. I thought like for me, I would have probably gone right. I'm going to start with something like 10 by 5 minutes, and then extend it, but make it more controlled.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the right or wrong way to do it, but
yeah, I mean, I guess like the first session I did was that like 3 by 5K, but like the first 5K was like, 1 or 2 beats above my first threshold. So I guess it's fast, but it's not like really fast. Yeah, I don't know. And I just find like the longer sessions are fine. And I'm not doing the sessions, although this on the treadmill was just in an old pair of like Adios Pro 2s with like one of the rods is like sticking out the bottom of the shoe. But
what shoe sponsor are we going to get to sponsor the podcast?
But like any outdoor session, I've just got like a pair of New Balance Rebel V3s that were like £60 on sports shoes.
So they super foam or they?
I think it's one of these in-betweeny ones where it's sort of, but it's not. I don't know if it's P-backs.
Yeah.
And it's pretty thin anyway. It's not that much foam.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got a plate either.
Right. So it's like a train, an interval shoe training.
Yeah,
shoe.
like a lightweight interval shoe. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't seem to have any like my legs would be tired at the end of it, but like those longer sessions, I don't really have any issues. And I don't know. I think we've sort of come to this conclusion, haven't we, that I'm very biased towards the duration side of like intensity versus duration. So yeah, I'd rather just keep the sort of mileage up by doing longer sessions generally. Obviously, that's not quite as long this week, but
still a long session though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not
just
like
get a bit bored.
400 of a track, is it?
Yeah, yeah. Was getting a bit tedious towards the end. I was listening to one of the interviews with like Steve Jones, so I was like, he's just so like laid back about like. Just as like he ran like the marathon world record and then like ran across country the week after, sort of thing.
Yeah. For the RAF probably or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's like some match against like Oxford University.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different world. Yeah.
Imagine Kipchoge turning up the next week. All right. Yeah. Local cross country in E10. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely want to see that.
No.
But yeah, that was a good session. Like happy with that. Then Thursday, again, just an hour easy and like really wasn't pushing it and just pace felt good. Yeah, probably again, like we just said at the start, like sneaking this in under the sort of the next day I won't feel as good. But no, nice and chilled hour. And then Friday, again, I wanted to keep the mileage up, so just decided to do sort of medium long run, 20k, big Cardiff loop. And again, like I've said now for 5 episodes now, like I don't look at my pace, but I think I got like 2/3 of the way through maybe. And what was it? I think I stopped my watch like to cross some traffic lights or something, and just like happened to look down when it was on the pace, and it was like 4:09 a k, and I was like, okay, I'm going pretty well here. Like this is feeling like it felt fairly chilled the entire way. Like not really having to push. Like maybe on some of the hills, like up Catay's Terrace, it's a bit of a climb, but yeah, none of that felt like at all hard. And I'm like, yeah, running like finished 4:10s.
So how hard out of 10? How hard would you say that was?
3 or 4.
Yeah,
like it's
like And you said before, like Barry 40, you'd like to average like 4-minute Ks, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But like to me, that just goes, well, you could go faster than that, surely.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know
I
it's
guess
only,
so. I guess
I know it's only 20K, like 12 and a half. Well, I suppose about getting 12 and a half miles. But if I was to do, it's still quite 40 miles. The intensity is still quite high, isn't it? The intensity you can sustain for what you're going to take 3-4 hours, is it?
4 and a bit, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I know
Yeah,
10 seconds a K isn't that much, really, is it?
yeah, and 10 seconds a K in super shoes around a track.
Exactly. I was going to say, not with 146 meters of climbing, not stopping at traffic lights.
Yeah.
Having like the fueling dialed in. 350K, I think. 350K.
I mean, I think I'll go off of heart rate. Like we'll figure that out, the heart rate.
And if there's only 7 people in it, you're gonna have to podium, aren't you?
You'd hope so.
You only have to beat half the field.
I mean, I think one of the people that's entered set like the record for like the UK 24-hour record or something. I think they ran like 178 miles.
That's just plodding, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They put, what is that, 10-minute miling or something? I don't know.
I don't know. It might be a bit faster.
9-minute miling.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So that was all right. Yeah, good day on Friday. Really nice day. Spent like a couple hours in the afternoon in the garden, which was nice. Yeah. So actually, I think the secret there was that I had fish and chips on Thursday night. So maybe that's it.
Is that a Steve Jones thing? Is it fish and chips? You're gonna.
Yeah. We recorded that episode with the nutritionist, didn't we? So so I'm not fueling before my runs, and I'd had fish and chips for dinner just before we recorded.
You do need to work on your nutrition.
Yeah,
it's not. You may train at pro athlete times, but your nutrition, from what I've seen, is questionable.
Yeah, I know. I just keep that food diary and just shame myself into actually eating food, like proper food. I mean, I try and have like 3 or 4 pieces of fruit and veg a day. So, like, I'm generally pretty conscious at dinner if I'm like, this doesn't have any veg, to try and fix that. But yeah,
I don't think I've ever had dinner with no veg in. Like,
yeah, fish and chips didn't.
Fish and chips would do it, I guess.
Had curry sauce.
You have some mushy peas with it. All right, there you go.
Yeah, no mushy peas. Not a fan. Yeah, so then we got to Saturday. So Saturday was Bucks XC.
It's not XC, it's Bucks Cross. It's Bucks Cross. I can't
sorry.
call it XC.
Okay. So yeah, this was in Butte Park, which is really nice. So I didn't have to travel. I'd sort of decided after last year. Last year was up in Leeds, and I thought like, I'm not going to this. Like a lot of people do this for the after party. That's not me. Like I'm not doing it for that. So I was like, oh, if it's, I just figured I wouldn't do it because like I finished my masters. You weren't in
Live Lounge at like 3 in the morning.
I wasn't in Live Lounge, no. But no, I sort of figured like, oh, I did it last year, and I thought, well, my masters is going to be done. Like I won't do it again this year. And then I heard it was in Cardiff, and I was like, well, like why not? Sort of thing. It's like I got a bus to this, but it's in walking distance for me to get to. So, and yeah, so it was around Butte Park, which normally Cardiff Cross, like the cross challenge, is the other side of the Taff River in Pontcanna Fields, but this Butte Park is like the main park in Cardiff, and it's right next to the castle, sort of thing.
It's the original Cardiff Cross course as well, which was better in some ways.
Yeah,
I liked it anyway.
And I mean, like I think it was a really, really good course. Like I really enjoyed it. I saw like Sunday podcast. Like I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I think they said it was like an uninspired course in their preview or something, or uninspiring. Like I wouldn't agree. Having run it, I think it was a really, really fun course. Like it had a real mix. It obviously didn't have any big hills, or like it really even any hills, but yeah, really good sort of mix of like open field and then like muddy sections through like trees.
Yeah, you went into the trees by the weir, didn't you? And
yeah,
the map
and sort of down at the bottom end by the sort of the kilometre mile loop. So yeah, I thought it was a really good course. But yeah, so warmed up, did 4 minutes of priming,
So there's no warm up on your Strava here.
Yeah, I haven't made it public, so let me I'll do that whilst we're recording. Yeah, did a was it almost 6K warm up. To be honest, I got back and then I got stuck trying to cross one of the paths because the women's short course race had started, and like it's such a popular race that there isn't actually any gaps to cross the course. So I was sort of stood at one of the crossings for a couple of minutes, and I was like, oh crap, I need to get back and like get my spikes on. So I probably would have actually run for another couple more minutes, but yeah, I did 4 minutes priming, and yeah, like felt absolutely rubbish during the priming. Yeah, I don't know.
You never feel good when priming. That's
Yeah.
why you do it.
Yeah, I know it's normal to not feel very good during the warm up, but I don't know. Yeah, and also with this, I don't know if it was the same like when you did Bucks Cross, but like you have to be at the start like 10 minutes before sort of thing. But in reality, because it's such a packed race, it's actually like you need to be there like 15 minutes before to end up sort of anywhere near the start. So yeah, you warm up and you finish your warm up quite a long time before, because by the time I then put on my spikes and like get my kit on sort of thing, and yeah, get over to the start, it finishes quite early. But yeah, so then I was in the short course race. So the way Bucks Cross works is the long course is a maximum of 6 men, or the women's long course is 4 women.
Just before we jump in, if we've got international listeners, they're not going to know what Bucks is. Okay.
It's universities. So this is all university teams racing each other.
British University, I don't even know what's CS.
University and college sports or something.
Yeah. So it's for British University Championships, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't want to say it's the equivalent of like NCAA cross.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
I mean, it's a better course than NCAA cross. But yeah, so I mean, we'll come to it. There was an American in the race, but yeah. So the long course is for men. It's maximum of 6 entrants, and I wasn't in the long course race. So the short course is then everyone else. So I think the men's short course ends up being like the biggest race. There was 760, which is chaotic,
isn't it?
And it was quite a narrow start. So I ended up, I reckon I was about 8 rows back on the start line. And then again, I don't know if this was a thing when you've done Bucks Cross, but obviously it's happened the last 2 times. Someone then starts a like Loughborough shit chant.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so absolutely chaotic start, like just absolutely mental. And
do you have any streakers?
No streakers. There was someone in a kilt tried to like get to the first corner first, but came second because someone else did it as well. Yeah, that seems to be the other thing, is racing to the first corner. But no, so yeah, starting 8 rows back, and then within 20 meters there was 3 people on the ground in front of me that I was like having to hurdle, which was just mental. Just absolutely insane. And I think probably wasn't helped by the fact it's such a flat course, but it's just absolutely all out from the gun. And starting fairly far back like meant like I didn't feel particularly good. Like I got 200 meters in and I was just like, this just isn't going to be a particularly good day. Just where you immediately feel like you're just absolutely redlining, and you've sort of you already have to back off. And not in sort of, sometimes you get that with cross where you maybe go hard for the first corner, but with this, like, 500 people back from the front, so I'm not necessarily going hard to get to the first corner first, but I just felt rubbish. So sort of I felt like I was just hanging on for dear life for most of it, but I was also overtaking people the entire way. So there's like I said, there's a lot of people that just go absolutely like all out and just blow up within a lap. And you're just constantly going past people that are just going backwards. So yeah, it was meant to be, I think it was meant to be like 8.2k, but measured 7.6. It got quite muddy towards the end as well, like sort of all the sections. So it's just one of those courses where you're just putting your foot down and it just sinks. You just get no power back from the course. But I don't know. sort of
If
30
you're
minutes.
training, how much overlap is there between running all out for 29 minutes versus running 40 miles around a track? Obviously, there's some overlap, but it's getting to be extremes,
none at all.
I mean, I think people. I think there's probably more in common than people think, I reckon. But like in terms of like the physiology, but then you put the fact that you're racing on grass in spikes, and it's another variable. Yeah.
Like I think if that day instead I went out and did like, I don't know, like a 20-mile race, I like to think I would probably have been like fairly durable, right? Like I think that's probably one of the qualities that hopefully my training is improving, like durability and some economy sort of thing. But then you sort of lose those when you're running. Like there's an economy at play with cross country, but
I mean,
I'd argue it's a different type of economy, isn't it?
Looking at how you run, I can't imagine you're that efficient on the mud.
Yeah,
you're very toey, aren't you?
Yeah, I imagine I just sink in, and that's which is a shame because I love cross country. Like it's
We should have come to Pembrey. It was dry as. It was
I
basically
know,
a road race.
But it's Pembrey though.
Yeah.
But no. So I don't know. It's such a good race. Like I was going home afterwards, and I was like, it wasn't a particularly good race. Like I wasn't particularly happy with how I ran or how I felt, but I'm really glad I did it because I would have felt like I'd really missed out if I hadn't run. So
it's good. I didn't manage to get down in the end, but it's a really good atmosphere, isn't it? Bugs Cross.
Absolutely insane. Like just because you have 3 races worth of people watching every race. So and like the men's long course is just absolutely bananas how fast they run. So at the front of the men's, surprisingly, like I didn't read the preview, but so up the front of the men's long course is like Jared Ward, who's running 2 Olympics. At least one, if not 2 for the US. You sort of see, but you see a group of like 40 guys. It's like 40 guys just going so fast through this like windy tree section. And you're just like this is just mental to see, and they're just gradually like just burning each other off, sort of thing. Which is, it's cool to watch as well. It's cool to see like top level racing.
Like the top end is always really good. It's always really good.
There's been some, like, you go through the winners of like Bucks Cross, and it's like some really good.
Like Callum Hawkins won it. I think the best year I ran the best was my last year at Cardiff Uni in 2016. I was 8th, which is like a bit of a breakthrough for me. But then like Callum Hawkins won and was like a minute clear of the rest of everyone else. He was just like another league, and there were like top guys ahead of me, like Jack Rowe, who's now running like crazy times. He's run like 13 dead for 5k and people, and he just like gapped everyone. This is when he was running. He was already doing marathons by then and running like sub 2:10 and just never level. But it's good.
That was like if you were designing the perfect training plan for a 40-mile race, you wouldn't have a 7.5k cross country in there. But
that's your VO2 work for the block.
All done. All 29 minutes in one go.
20.
And then 2k cooldown after. It's not even worth making it public because I left my watch running for about 20 minutes afterwards. So
what's this? Is that secret training? You're not sharing on Strava here. If you
I just didn't make it. Like normally I make everything public but hide some of it, so it's only on my feed. I just don't want to fill up the feed with warm-ups and cooldowns. So
you're overthinking this, I think. You need to share it with the people. They want to know every warm-up, every cooldown, every minute of running.
So it was fine. Like not ideal in terms of Barry, but I'm glad I did it. Like really good fun race. Good turnout. And then Sunday, back on the long run. It's we're recording on Sunday, so it's my running club does a handicap 10-mile race, and then the club AGM. So that was this morning. And I said I'd volunteer at the finish, so I needed to get sort of my run in on the way to the finish. in Butte Park, but just did. I wanted 27k, but then my I don't know, the Garmin route wasn't quite accurate. So
26.68k.
Yeah, and I finished, and I thought I was running late to volunteer at the finish, so I just finished and then grabbed a high vis, and then looked at the time and was like, oh, I could have kept running for another 5 minutes. I mean, I was feeling pretty, like, I don't know, just not great, but not bad, not great. I don't know.
You were picked up at the end over last 6k. Like
yeah, so
350
I was running towards the people doing the handicap 10. So they were coming towards me in their groups, and I was cheering everyone. And then I'd cheer someone, and because they set off at minute gaps, I'd cheer, a few people coming through. And then I'd look down at my watch and I'd be like, oh, my heart rate's a bit up. And then try and slow down. And then another group of people would come through. I think I was just
a bit excited.
Yeah.
Again, like what I said, like if you're running those 350Ks at the end of a long run, then you're running 350Ks for Barry 40.
Yeah. And if you'd asked me immediately afterwards, before I'd looked what pace I was running now, I would have said 420 to 430 a K. It didn't feel particularly good. Even at one point, where I was running down the there's that sort of old railway line that goes from Caerphilly down to Taswells.
Yeah.
And I was running down that, and I was like, this feels like I'm having to work down this hill, and it's, I don't know, it's maybe 2 or 3% gradient down that hill.
I reckon it's steeper than that.
Yeah.
Deceptively steep, yeah.
And it's sort of 4 kilometers long. So it's just non-stop, downhill. And normally I get there and I'm sort of oh, I'm just going to absolutely fly down here. But I was sort of just felt like I was having to push. And then I looked back and it was 350 a K down there as well. And I was like, if you'd asked me, I would have said sort of running mid 4-minute Ks. Yeah, I don't know. At the same time, I could have kept running for 10 minutes, but I don't think it would have. It's not really going to make a difference at the end of the day. I got,
doesn't matter, does it?
26.5k done. Had 120 grams of gels. I couldn't have. I don't know. By the time I sort of thought about taking the last one, I was sort of 2k from where I was going to finish, and I was like, "There's no point."
There were £2 of gel to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now I'm thinking about the cost every time I run. But yeah, so all in all with the week,
126.5k.
Yeah,
is that right? I don't know if that's including your warm ups and cool downs. I can't see.
That's what I've got. Yeah. 126.5.
9 hours. Yeah.
780 meters. I think is that my first. I've maybe have one other week during this that was below 1,000 meters. I have to get back above 1,000 next week. That's a good way to train, chasing an arbitrary target.
Oh, it cracked me up. You have not got premium Strava, have you?
No. No.
But I had so the AI really makes me laugh sometimes. It's just I did my long run this morning. For me, it was pretty hilly. I did 300 and what did I do? 359 meters, and the artificial intelligence goes massive elevation gain of 359 meters, significantly higher than your typical 13-meter monthly average. I was like, I average 13 meters on my on the runs in my week. I've had to go so much on my treadmill, but so that drags the average down a bit, but that did put it in a bit of contrast. But yeah, I do a lot of flat running.
Yeah.
But no, solid week, I guess. A solid week, a good session, long run.
Yeah.
Own volume pretty much as high as it has been.
Yeah, not bad. I think just make sure I'm fueling. Considering I had a couple of runs where I just felt a bit sort of empty and meh. But you've accumulated so many runs at just below race pace. Yeah.
That's got to give you some confidence, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll start. Probably getting to the point now where I can start thinking about pacing. So maybe we'll have a chat during the week.
So is it a 2-week taper you're going to do? Is it 2 more weeks of pushing and then 2-week taper, or?
I think so. I think the next 2 weeks I'd like to have over 20-mile long runs, and probably 2 Wednesday sessions that are a bit bigger, and then it'll back off. I think. I'm trying to like it's what would that be? Yeah, so that would give me 2 weeks after the 20-mile, would it? I don't know. I'm getting lost in my weeks now. This is where you need to write down a plan, isn't it? So you can see exactly how many days between each run.
Do you think you'll go over 20 miles?
I don't. Maybe it might be a case of like I'll see how I feel, and if I feel alright, add an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes. Because it's not hard for me to do. If I'm running home, then I can just keep going up the Taff Trail.
But if you're running home, you're not going to feel great, are you, at 20 miles?
Yeah.
Are you? You're just going to go, oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
What you should do is get a train to somewhere.
Well,
and then go, right, it's 25 miles home.
I won't run 25 miles. That's way too long. I'll be in a hole.
Yeah.
Imagine the cost of the gels. Train and gels, that would be like a £25.
Just mix some sugar and water together and you'll be great. Yeah.
That's not what
well,
not
Steve
what
Jones didn't.
Yeah,
Steve Jones didn't. What did he say? He didn't take anything. Did he?
Flat Coke, wasn't it?
Flat Coke. There you go. Flat Coke and a banana, and you'll be great.
And a Mars bar.
Yeah, you got some sucrose, some fructose in your banana, and mix that with some some table sugar. And
he was saying something as well about how he'd had like a funny quiche the day before the marathon world record. I was just listening to that, and I've got fairly high tech like gel in front of me and super shoes on, and I've just had bicarb, and I'm like, bloody hell, this guy's like eating a funny quiche the day before running the marathon world record. Different world.
What did he run? 2:07.
Yeah, 2:07, wasn't it? And he didn't know what he was running either.
And didn't he go out in 61?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
he could have been so good, couldn't he?
I mean, I think he was pretty good.
I know, but I mean, if you put him now, he's not a 2:07 guy, is he? Like, if you fueled him properly, put in some super shoes, put him on a fast course, and trained him right, he's a 2:03 guy, isn't he?
I reckon we need to. I mean, we said in the Q&A episode, didn't we? Like, he is, at least I think I said he's one of the guests I'd like to go on.
Yeah.
If anyone knows Steve Jones,
he did train like an animal, though, I think.
Yeah.
So.
When he's talking about his week, like it's. Yeah, all of those guys that were in the military whilst like training. Yeah, training is just mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of steady running, a bit like you, I guess.
Yeah. Steady running and pints. I don't do the pints. But...
Dave Bedford was again apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. What was Mick McGock's training like in the 80s?
I think he was. I read an article. I don't know. I might try chuck it on the Insta if I can find it. And it was also for context. Mick ran like I want to say 18.
I think it was 2:17, 2:18.
2:17.
Like that, yeah.
Back in the old days.
The old days. In the 80s. Yeah.
I think there's like some article, I'll try find it, and he said something like his hobby is like going to the pub. So I think it was literally like, run twice a day, go to the pub in the evening.
Yeah.
Run twice a day hard as well.
Easy.
Yeah, at least one of them hard. Yeah, I'll try to dig up that article and chuck on the Insta because it's pretty funny. Yeah. You do wonder how would those guys be?
Not enough pints.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or the double daying perhaps, but
double daying, talent, and then pints somewhere.
Marginal gains, isn't it?
Yeah. Marginal losses. Yeah, but no, not a bad week. Final 2 sort of big weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, did we have any questions this week? I don't think we did we?
I don't think so.
We'll leave it there.
Just questioning your decision not to go over 20 miles, but I'd leave that one hanging in your head.
I don't know, because for me that's 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's sort of, I don't know. You don't really want to be on your feet any longer, do you? I don't know. Maybe next weekend. Definitely next weekend.
You've got to do a 22. I think you got to do a 22.
Okay. You might have talked me into it. I'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll have to find a point, like 2/3 of the way through where it's like, if I'm feeling good, do like a little loop to get 2 extra miles, and then.
Oh, that's the way to. No, you need to set out to do 22.
Yeah. Or we'll figure out a route I can
out
get
and
on
back
train.
as well. That's a good one. That's what I did this
Yeah.
morning. I was like, I don't really want to do 36k, but I want to get to 200k for a
Yeah.
week. So I've got to do it. I've got to go out and back.
Maybe I'll come on with you next weekend.
Especially if it's uphill my way out, downhill my way back. Yeah, a good one as well.
Yeah. But yeah. No, we're going all right. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try some drink mix this week because I think that's probably what I'm leaning towards with the fueling as well. So, I mean, like, I'm pretty certain I've had Morton before. It's fine. So, yeah,
It's easy. It's more tolerable, isn't it, the drink mix versus a gel?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. And then it's just, I don't know, figuring out then like the fueling, but I don't know, every 15 minutes maybe I don't know, I need to figure out the numbers for how much liquid you get or how much gel you get or how much carbs you get per mil of liquid sort of
You
thing.
just work that out now so you can do your last 2 long runs. Go, right, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, we're going to right.
Nice. Cool. Should we wrap that up there?
Let's leave it there for this week.
Yeah.
We'll,
nice.
Yeah, catch everyone again next time.
Yeah. Speak to you soon.